everyone. So first things first, I think it's probably pretty obvious, but just in case it's not, this is not a video essay. Another video essay is coming. In fact, my next one is going to be the polyamorous and neurodivergent script that I have now been teasing, I think, for almost a full year now. I have finally got a draft of the script that I really like. I have people that are currently reading it, and so far, I think about half of my script readers have gotten back to me, still waiting on the other half. So once I can finish getting all that feedback, I'm gonna go through it a couple more times, and yeah, then we get to start filming. This next video, I'm really proud of it. The feedback I've been getting so far is great. It is going to be a bit complicated to film. There are 4 Mandys in this particular script, 4. So, you know, if you like me, you're gonna get a lot of me in this next one. I really appreciate everyone's patience on this. There's been a lot going on behind the scenes between having some debt stuff that I've been working on. There was a family medical emergency that came up a couple weeks ago. Everyone's okay, but it was definitely been a bit of a scary situation. And then just the way 2025 has been, and then I was sick recently, so yeah, things have been kind of messy, but I finally finished a draft of the script that I really like, I'm really proud of. I gotta do some more polishing on it, but then, you know, we start filming, and hopefully I will have it out by the end of August, but if not, definitely in September at the latest. So yeah, this video is in part just kind of like an update, just to let everybody know, not just my Patreon supporters, that, you know, I'm still alive, the video is still coming. It's just taking a lot longer than I thought because I was really struggling, but now we have a draft that looks really good, and I'm really proud of this one, y'all. This is going to be a really good one. The other thing that I also wanted to mention is that this month I am starting to post some little extra videos specifically for Patreon supporters. So if you go to patreon.com/mainlymandy, there will now be some videos occasionally at the same time that this video is going up here on YouTube. I'm going to be posting a little review over onto patreon.com/mainlymandy. This is something I've been thinking about doing for a while. I've been teasing and just hadn't got around to doing, but I'm finally doing it this month. And sometimes there are going to be reviews about, you know, the sources that I've been reading. I'm going to be specifically posting a review of a book that I read for the neurodivergent polyamorous video that I really hated, and I need to talk about it. So that's going to be a separate video uploaded when that video comes out publicly, of course. With this channel update, I'm going to be posting just kind of like a fun, silly review, and I'm actually still mid-decision on what review it's going to be. So I can't tell you what it's going to be, but if you want to know what it is, you can go over to Patreon and it will tell you over there. I have no idea what I'm going to do. The other part of this video is actually a call to action, and I'm going to need your help. Yes, that's right, you in there sitting in your little room thinking you're safe from me, to make sure that this video gets in front of the eyes that really need to see it most.
This is how we make the electricity work in Gaza. First, we disconnect a car battery from a car, and then we take a solar panel and place it so it's directly facing the sun, and use a wooden stick so it stands. Using a solar panel isn't always reliable because sometimes the sun isn't out, but regardless, we do what we can. After this, we take an electric wire and connect it from the solar panel directly to the car battery to charge it, and we place a clock on top of the battery that measures how much charge is available inside of the battery. Once there's enough charge, we plug in a device known as a UPS computer, and this device gives us regulated electricity.
This is Ahmed. He is 27 years old and he has a love for media, including photography. He lives with his family in Palestine.
Before the war started, I finished my studies and got a degree in media specialization. So I have a passion for photography and I dream of turning it into my career one day, but jobs for young people in Gaza are very rare due to the current situation. During my free time, I used to love horseback riding, reading, weightlifting, and exploring nature, but I still loved spending time with my family very much, including my sister Amina, who recently graduated with a degree in medicine, so now she's one of the most relied on people since she's a doctor at just age 24.
Look, I know I have an informed audience. I'm pretty sure you know what I'm going to say before I say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. What is happening in Palestine is wrong. Just plain and simple. People, civilians like Ahmed, are being literally starved to death. We've already seen a huge death toll from the cruelty and violence from the Israeli forces. People losing their homes and having to relocate over and over and over again. We've been hearing stories about humanitarian aid being withheld and people being shot at just for trying to get basic necessities every day. Families are having to make do with very little in the way of supplies. Illness is widespread, and even having something as simple as a proper shelter can be a tall order. I know that many of my fellow Americans may be feeling pretty overwhelmed in light of what is going on even just here at home. but there is something you can do. And if you keep watching this video, I'm going to tell you what that is. Ahmed and his family deserve to be safe, fed, and free. He has been working hard to get the necessary resources to help he and his family get somewhere where they can finally be safe. So he's been sharing his story across social media and reached out to me to ask to spread that story as well. In Ahmed's own words,
"We're still very hopeful about someday returning to how our lives were before the war, and that day will happen very soon, God willing. Please share to spread awareness."
I will have a link to Ahmed's crowdfunder campaign in the description box down below. It might also be above my head here somewhere as well. So if you have the money to do that and to donate, that would be great. Every little bit helps, of course. You can also go over to Ahmed's Instagram page and engage with his content over there, which then helps it to get further in the algorithm. Look, I know I've got a pretty small audience in light of some of the heavier hitters out there, and I also know that for some people this is apparently a controversial subject. I personally struggle to understand how it is controversial to be upset about, you know, a literal genocide happening in a humanitarian crisis, but what do I know? But it is such an inhumane and frankly just blatantly evil thing that is happening to the people of Palestine. So if I can do anything to try and ease some of that suffering, I feel like I have a duty to try and do that. Like, I realize I'm in danger of making it sound like I'm being like humble in this like performative kind of way, but like seriously, I do think it's the bare minimum. If you have some kind of platform, you should probably do something about it. So I see this as the least I can do, really. My audience is a small but mighty one, filled with amazing, empathetic, and frankly way smarter than me people who, when they come together to get a goal done, really can accomplish anything. Like, I truly believe that. So please, if you can donate, donate. If you can't, share, engage. Don't stop talking about Palestine. Keep up the pressure on our elected officials. Do not look away. All right, and I think that's everything I really have to say on the subject. I'm not what I consider the most educated person necessarily, but I can look at what's happening in Palestine and see what's wrong. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. So yeah, hopefully next month or very shortly the month after that, there will be a new video coming out. There will also be some new Patreon exclusive things. So when you see this, there's something new over there too. If you have the money, if you have to make a choice between giving me money and giving Ahmed money, give Ahmed money. They need it more. I have food, I have shelter. I'm pretty safe where I am. But yeah, that's all I got for you. Hopefully, in the meantime, some people will see this and be motivated to try and do what they can to help make sure that one day the sun rises on a bit of a kinder time for people in Palestine like Ahmed and his family. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon.